Hi, how's it going? This is Brennan here. I'm gonna try and talk about a subject that I've been working on for a long time. It's basically about saving the world, and it's very difficult to focus on it because it causes a lot of anxiety to think about things. And so this is why I'm rushing to tell you this most important stuff, right? Because you need a different perspective, and we could completely lose our compassion for the whole planet, the whole thing. So, I have to try to do a meditation mode here. Put the camera down. Do not hold the camera. So, the thing is, with technology changing, we have unpredictable things happening. So it's most important to look at history. 100 years ago, World War I, which led to World War II, which led to the Holocaust, and sort of travesty, and it was all caught on film, right? It started with a combination of video technology and the Panama Canal opening. So both of these things give us this illusion of connection. Suddenly we can have a video, we can see a clown dancing on the other side of the world, and theoretically we can take a ship there. Okay, so we go back, so we know what World War I, and then World War II, and then the Holocaust. So it was a sequence, so you want to look at the first sequence so that you can understand, why everyone was rushing to destroy the planet, and not looking for a messenger, rather simply trusting the technology, the singularity, expecting the messenger to be within the conspiracy of manufactured unity within. Okay, so this as though Charlie, okay, this is Charlie Hebdo we're talking about. The name comes from a 10-year-old kid in Northern California. Now, I am Russian, so I do not know anything. I know nothing about this, okay? I'll fucking kill you if I okay. It's sort of it's a genetic thing. Conan O'Brien has it. Something like that. So, it's called BS. Or BM, if you will, we want to look back in history further, right? So, the revolution is a cause for panic. The world is spinning. People at the bottom are trying to get to the top and burn things, so you can actually see the smoke clouds being passed around in this neglectful situation, this nameless situation. Everything is conspiring for this machine mentality, this camera. Hello, McFly. It's this singularity. We're all expecting the machines to get all crazy, to bring back the shipment, the packages, all this sort of animalistic machines that we rationalize. Okay, so the American and the French Revolution, both, messy affairs where a lot of civilization was torched, just burned. Okay, you see this on the television all the time. People are literally shaking the camera trying to cause an earthquake, saying, if we can't have a real earthquake, I'll just shake the camera and do it on purpose because they're professionals. So this is like a machine is a professional system, something that is trained is to do one thing. And if that is to disrupt, to agitate, to revolt, we can quantify that. And we can look and say any sort of creature has a purpose. And humans are more advanced, so we have society, so we have civil society, geography, doors, passages, winds of change. Okay, so there's a lot of metaphors here, and they all have to be connected. I want to get a grant because I've been studying this for a long time. I'm very serious. I'm very sort of capable of keeping things lively and yet dynamic. I'm looking for the epiphany, and I want to kiss her. Okay, I'm just joking. Because I am rushing to save the world, you cannot really expect a machine completeness. I am part human, actually. But not a lot. I mean, it's not important. I'm not like silly human. I'm strong human. So I'm trying to do this whole thing, okay? And I could like completely sort of pretend you're not even there because I'm talking to that guy over there. See the guy on the wall. See, damn. Okay, see. Psst. Psst. So the French and the American Revolution and the French Revolution, these things were disrupted, shaken up, burned, ignored. It always starts with one guy and a paradigm technology. So as the Industrial Revolution, which was pure machines, it wasn't like the American and the French Revolution, which was almost pure society rising up, like with the machine, like it's raining. Consuming ambition for the imbalance. So what was this imbalance? Hailstorm. Distracted. We'll go downstairs. It's quiet there. Oh, wait. That's pretty heavy duty. Oh, hold on. Ooh. Okay, here we are. Only slightly quieter. Coming down buckets. I was going to go camping too. It was very nice, crisp clearness. Okay, so we're looking at this. Going to the corner here. Yes, in the corner. Okay, so we're looking for humans amid the machines. So this technology comes along, and humans kind of lose their civil order. How civilization is built is, basically by the most capable people leading everyone else, taking care of the more youthful among us. And those on the frontier are experiencing this youth situation the most. But also there is a jealous equation, which is sadly a pun on America's exclusiveness, which is historical. I didn't make it up. It's historical. Ellis Island, so Ellis Island was like one of these machines that accepted only good people. The ships would go to, say, Germany, and they would say, okay, get on board. Oh, not you, because you're not good enough. And so they would do that. This was just a reality, because then when they got to America, they would filter these people out, and certain people would be turned away if they were undesirable. This is just a reality. So this was the machine that made America strong. If your country is not strong, it could be a result of this. The good people went to America because they knew they would be isolated. The machine would filter the humans. Okay, so these filters, they can have positive and negative, these mechanical filters, right? Positive, I'm a little anxious because I sped up my stomach. Where's this corner? I'm not sure. Anyways, okay, so the machines, the one we're looking at, and the rest that started the Industrial Revolution, more or less, is the marine chronometer. This was the world's first GPS, global positioning system. So this was simply a clock that you could take on a ship, and even though you're going over waves and shaking around a lot, the clock would still work. So the marine chronometer was this ultimate first machine that allowed us to see the world, and yet there is also a human element to it. So this most rhetorical element, if you look at a United States of America dollar bill, you will see George Washington on there. So he is the first president, the first leader of America, and the Revolution and all this. He was in the French-Indian 7 Years' War. Typically, 14 years is about a knighthood, but he didn't get a knighthood, even though it was like many years after that he, I'm not sure about this, but it was years after this, after the 7 Years' War, that he was kind of looking for this knighthood, because I guess he thought, even though he had machine-like teeth, right, these wooden teeth, he was sort of like a human, actually. I mean, maybe not an earthling human, but I think he was born on Earth. Okay, maybe his dad was an alien. But this resulted in the revolution, and I cannot sort of break enough furniture and hearts to explain this, because you are purely thinking geography like a machine. The doors, the honky-tonk, the white man, the yellow man, they were supposed to connect. Christopher Columbus was looking for Asia. And if he had found this, slavery involving the primitive world would likely never have happened. There would be a slow, steady civil development in the third and primitive worlds, but not a mechanical, machine-like corruption, right? So the corruption is sort of between the human civil society and the purely mechanical revolutions. So every time you have a paradigm technology, you must have some representation in the human geographic form, because the machines, you have a car, you could just drive around the world. You have a plane, you could do this, go fly around the world, just leaving a contrail, just go, you could pretty much do that if you had enough money, like a machine, just, you know, transport only bad stuff, only more machines, only more aliens, advancing alienation in this Pyrrhic revolution, this vortex of consumption. Now, what you need to stabilize